Oh! Oh, yeah. Oh!
Oh, that's so bad.
I'm really glad I had you bring over ice cream.
Me too. Well, don't say that, because now I want it.
You're like,
oh my god.
What's going on, everybody? For First Week Feast, I'm Blake Vera. You're watching Hot Ones. It's the show with hot questions and even hotter links. I'm joined today with my friend Josh Yoakum.
And again, this is my friend Blake Vera.
Hey. Anyways. So what did you do to prepare for this challenge? Yeah, idiot.
Well, when I was laying the wings out, a little bit got on my thumb, and I decided to sample a little bit of the hottest wing.
So would you say that you're the smartest guy in the room?
I would, yeah. The tip of my tongue hurts, but other than that, I think I'm ready to go, and I know what's in store for us.
So spoilers. Alright, so we'll get right into it. Our first one is Howler Monkey. Should be easy. Here we go. Okay. I'm not. So Josh, I know you're from Jamestown.
Yeah.
So I gotta ask, as is regarded as the toilet of New York, what was it like? What was it like growing up there, knowing that the stigma was that nobody wanted to go visit you?
Well, that's the thing. Like, all my friends were already from Jamestown, so there was no. Really? Already?
It's beer. Of course, I'm going for beer.
I didn't notice it at first until I moved up to Buffalo, and then there was the stigma. Like, I knew, like, my friends there, like, I feel like we had a good time, but I think, like, looking back on it now is when I feel the most regret. Where it's like, and I go back and visit now, and literally I was just back there over the last, like, couple days, and it's like, you know, I go into the town, it's just like, it literally seems like if you take the worst part of any town in Buffalo, take the worst block and just staple it for 5 blocks, driving, it's just like, that's what it is. It's just depressing. Yeah, it's depressing. It's
I gotta say, as a visitor, I'm depressed.
Yeah, there's nothing going on. And thinking back on what I did, like, in that town, there really wasn't much to it.
What's it like being known to have the Lucy statue as, like, your main attraction?
Oh my gosh, like, which one?
The really
bad one?
The one that looks like Lucille Ball.
That's
if
terrible.
she got hit by a train.
You know, the real sad thing is like, you know, I'm talking to my brother, it's like, you know, and he appreciates some of the good parts about it, where it's like you drive 5 minutes and you're at, you know, the lake, or you're out in the woods and stuff like that. If you appreciate, like, nature and the thing that's going on, like, with people around, then it's okay. But I think, like, yeah, they don't really have a whole lot going on other than that until maybe in a couple of years. Yeah. So the next one.
Yeah, once you
yeah, all right. So Heartbeat hot sauce. Not sure what the Scoville level is on this, but again, going up.
Batch 82.
Probably another 1,000. So this is actually one that I was looking forward to. Yeah. For the flavor. So I know maybe you would too. But yeah.
It's really sweet.
Oh yeah.
That's not bad at all. I feel like as we go down the line, I have to not keep it on my tongue.
I think it's definitely the key. So, like I said, I was at home in Jamestown, and one cool thing was that my brother had a couple things that were left at the house that my parents had. Some stuff that I, like, thought about collecting when I was a kid. And one thing I collect now, video games, and I found my old Game Boy Color. So my question,
oh snap!
So my question is,
the GBC.
Is there anything that you had as a kid that you thought about collecting, or anything that you wish you would have collected now that you're older? Wish you had, like, more of? Oh, I almost bought a wing while, like, bit of wing while I was like,
so I'm listening to that.
These are tell me more
for free, right? These are free, right? That's good. I look back and I realized that I didn't think, because I think when we were growing up as kids, at least my parents were kind of nostalgic, and I grew up with Keith, who's like extremely nostalgic about the 80s.
Yeah.
But they always seemed older.
Okay.
So I always kind of assumed that nostalgia era ended like when my parents were teenagers.
Mm-hmm.
So I never really thought about being the age I am now and realizing that the things I grew up with became nostalgic, which is really weird to think about. How everyone's like 90s kid, and you're like,
oh, that's right.
All these. So it's kind of funny how like people text me and Instagram me about like all these 90s.
Remember?
Yeah, like throwback to the 90s. I'm like, yeah, like I had that.
Absolutely.
So I think any of the, like, Jimmy always talks about some of the like fast food toys, and he'll talk about those. And
Jurassic Park.
I wish I would have collected those.
Okay.
I probably wish I would have collected more of our like old Nintendo games.
Yeah.
Because even now, I'm like getting that machine and trying to get those cartridges. So I'm like, man, I would have saved Pog, yeah.
I never had Pogs.
I don't know now because it's so 90s madness. I don't know if it's like a hipster thing.
If it's just because like people now are thinking it's cool, or did you really have them?
I had Pogs. I remember my what's the really thick one, like the jumper Pog.
Oh,
I remember that one was an 8-ball.
Yeah,
and I used to always jump an eyeball. Those are like my two favorites.
Okay.
I remember playing Pogs, but I don't know if like getting Pogs now would be like such a hipster thing.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I probably would have collected those.
Alright, cool.
So third one, what do we got here? Pirate's Lantern pepper sauce.
And I think this. No, this isn't. This is from New York City, actually. So this is got a decent coating on it.
Yeah, this one's
Yeah.
When I first time I met you, we met at the Kingdom Hall
parking lot.
in the parking lot.
Yeah.
And you had this really crappy Kia Rio, and it had all these like jagged spikes in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember you saying it was your brother skateboarding.
Yeah.
And like you would lean up against it with his belt.
Yeah.
So with skateboarding, because I know you skateboard,
Mm-hmm.
we did that whole skateboarding montage for your wedding photos.
Yeah.
Like when was like the time when you're like, I like this, I want to get into this?
You know what was funny was me and my brother were just quoting this because we were playing ping pong over at his house, and I had this really crappy paddle, and Ryan's been playing for a long time, so he has a really nice paddle. Like he knows ins and out of paddle as much as one can. Exactly. And I could I was playing with his, and I played with the one my brother had, and it was just, I made a comment about how cheap it was, and he was like, remember what Dad used to say, is like, if you can play with this, you can play with anything. And that was literally the first time I heard that was when he bought me my first skateboard. And so I got my first skateboard from KB Toy and Hobby for $20.
KB Toys.
Oh, yeah.
Talking about 90s madness.
Yeah, right? So
at the height of their
at the very height,
next door to Blockbuster Video.
Exactly.
And D&K.
And I loved the store too, but I never thought about getting a skateboard from there. And I bought the skateboard for probably about $20. And it was $20. So I got the skateboard and riding around on it, and the bearings sucked, the wheels sucked, the truck sucked, and it was really I knew it, the quality of it, and just from kind of cruising around on it and what the other kids were riding, they do one push off on it and they go for yards and yards and yards, and me, I would barely go 2 feet. So I knew right away that it was just crappy quality, and I really the first couple of days I brought it to my dad, and that's when I heard that he was just like, well, I mean, if you learn on this, then you'll be great at it, and when you get a really good one.
When you go pro.
And it was true. Once I got on a decent skateboard that could actually cruise a little bit and had some pop, then it was a lot of fun. But that was my first skateboard, and I remember actually the way I got into my first good skateboard was that I think after he bought me a couple of those, that he would spend enough money after I went through them because they were really crappy. Because what would happen is I would do what was called an acid drop, which freaked my parents out when I said it the first time in front of them.
I'm gonna drop acid.
It's when you jump off of like stairs. I would jump off of 4 stairs with the board in my hand and land on the floor. And if you do that a couple times in the KB toy and hobby, so literally I had shards of metal coming off of my skateboard, and so my parents eventually bought me a halfway decent one, but that's where I got my start off with. That's what be toy and hobby.
Thanks, KB Toys.
Yeah, thank you, KB Toys, for the career I now have. So, Son of Zombies is the Torchbearers. Son of Zombies.
This wing looks good.
And it actually, apparently, it's good. It's gluten free. And
I am so into gluten-free things.
Me too.
Oh, honey.
Yeah.
That's really sweet. With some kick. I felt that one.
Mm-hmm. You know what's weird is biting into that, it was like, that first breathing that you have is it felt like a campfire. There was enough smokiness that I was just like this, it was very,
yeah, I guess I can.
Man, that is really, really good though.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing that I was reminded of while I was at my house was family vacations. And I can think of the first family vacation that I was on, one that has a lot of good memories but very, very bad memories. And I'm wondering what is the best family vacation or worse, for memory wise, that you remember going on as a kid, and why? What was great about it? What wasn't great about it?
We were poor, so we had our I remember taking vacations regularly, but they were always. I didn't think they were weird until back in that's kind of weird. I remember one time when I was super young, we went to Thousand Islands to camp.
Okay.
But we tent camped. But my dad, I don't know if he owned the tent or if my dad bought the tent.
Okay.
And it was you didn't have it to pass through, so you had to stand up in the grommets. So we pitched this huge tent, and it rained really bad the first or second night, and then we just slept in the car the next 2 nights with our tent was soggy.
Oh man.
So we pretty much just camped there in our car with a tent pitched outside it, and we must have gotten a deal on the site because it was next to the dumpster, and I got stung by a wasp that was by the dumpster.
What were you doing? Were you doing anything by this wasp, or
we didn't have anything to do. We were camping in a car with a tent pitched, and my dad was pissed because everything was wet. So we're we'll just play over here, I guess, and play tag, just me and my sister over there. So I don't know. That was funny, but not the best.
Not the best.
One really funny one was so we went to Mexico for the first time, but it wasn't peak Mexico. It was over on the west coast.
Okay.
Puerto Penasco. We visit my aunt who lives in Tucson.
Okay.
Drive into Mexico, we rented a house on the beach. And when we get there, my mom's going through the house and realizing there's bricks missing in some areas, and there's just stuff that some of the screens were falling apart. So she took pictures of everything and was we're gonna go into town. I'm gonna show them these pictures so they don't think it's us, and then we'll go to the store and get supplies and stuff, and then we'll be back. So in my head, I'm thinking oh, okay, so you'll be back fairly soon, not realizing how long you need to run errands.
Sure.
So what would be funny is if you bury me in the sand up to my neck, and then they'll come home and they'll just see my head there, and they're and it was my cousin and my sister yeah, absolutely, we should do that. So I did, and then as soon as they were done shoveling sand into my face, I sat there for about 5 minutes and thought, I really don't know when they're going to come back, so I could be here for a while. I sat there for another 5 minutes. I'm yeah, well, okay, that would have been funny. And I just went inside. Next morning, we're going down to the beach. It was first morning there. We're all waiting, oh, come on. We're little stupid kids, even though we were teenagers. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, my dad starts freaking out. He's like jumping up and down, holding his foot. I'm like, oh, did you cut yourself on a rock or something, or like a shell? And we looked down the sand. That whole area was infested with fire ants. I didn't get bit, stung once.
Are you
I was
serious?
in there for 10 minutes up to my neck in a giant fire ant hill. And apparently, they were like, oh yeah, who's that guy? And like never didn't know it.
Were they there that day? Maybe they weren't there that day, and then maybe they
The
like,
next
oh,
morning,
yeah,
like
maybe
12 hours. So
You made the call.
So in 12 hours,
they work fast. I don't know.
okay, so what it was is I was sitting in the sand, and they're like, what is that hunk of lard? Took them 12 hours to get there, and then by then they're like, oh, well, he's gone, but at least I'll nip this guy.
That's a good story.
So, alright.
Onward.
Los Calientes.
All right.
I'm
looking forward to this one actually.
Hot ones.
Hot ones. Here you go.
Here you go. You're
We'll see.
So, another one of our, like I met you, but we didn't really hang out ever. I met you in, what's it? 2008. Verified. But we didn't really hang out until you moved up here.
Yeah.
And I don't remember how, well, I guess, I mean, like I said, I knew of you, so we kind of hung out.
Mm-hmm.
But then I don't remember how you ended up coming over to my house. But you just came over, we were hanging out, we were playing guitar.
Yeah.
So my question to you is like, same thing along the lines of like the skateboarding, like when was it that you were like, I like this, I want to
Prompted that.
I want to start playing, I want to get better, or was it the whole like skateboard movement? Almost touched my eye.
Like you mean like prompted me like playing music or?
Yeah, anything. So like, what kind of got you in the, like, were you always kind of like musically inclined?
No.
Or were you like,
No,
I actually-
I bought a guitar when I was.
you got more hands?
Oh yeah, there's a little six pack in there.
Let's pause here.
A few moments later.
Oh yeah, so well, when did you get your music?
It was while I was at Elderwood. I moved up here, didn't have a whole lot of friends. Very sad. Just kind of kept to myself, and then it was interesting because I was playing guitar and learning like Noel Henderson songs. And at the same time, me and my brother weren't like really talking a whole lot, and like 6 months later, like we were, and we had both learned the same songs on guitar. And we like kind of started playing together just a little bit and playing with for my family, and then like I don't know how you and I got into the conversation. I don't know what. I don't know. That's what I was afraid you were going to ask me. Was that what brought you over to my place, like to jam? And I honestly don't know. I don't know. Like, because Molly wasn't in the picture at that point at all. It was just like we came over and we played.
Right. I don't know why I knew you played.
You were at Village Park though, weren't you?
Yeah, but like we never. That was like the first time I remember playing with you. So like I don't know when I would have known you play guitar. Because I didn't have one then. It was after I met you that I got my guitar.
Yeah.
And I got the same one.
And now you're better than me.
Barely.
Not barely.
Not
No.
even close.
Dude, I can't play anymore. Like there is no
That's
comparison.
because I've been playing with thick fingers for a long time.
I've
skill.
had thick fingers forever.
The thickest. Alright, next.
Carolina Reaper. This is where it gets deep, I think.
I don't want this one.
I hope. But this is where we go. This I'm okay. It's like 2 more. Like that. Man, and that really comes on strong. My tongue's like,
I swallowed too fast. Now it's like in my tonsils.
yeah, mine's right on my tongue. So you have to right. Like, this is like it's coming on strong. Okay, so my question.
One water.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So video games. All right. So you know I love video games. Collect a lot. Have a lot of consoles. If you were gonna collect one console or any game, I want to know console. What do you think is the best? What do you think is the worst console ever made?
That hurt.
Yeah. I feel
I think Nintendo 64
for best.
for best.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say worst.
No.
Because that's the last thing I asked, and I was like, oh my god. You gotta add that up because I felt like freaking high school girl. Oh my god.
I'd say 64 for the best, just because
Yeah.
the games were fun, good memories, good nostalgia,
You know what's interesting about
and they're
that?
still fun.
I feel like if I was born just a couple of years later, I would say GameCube. Which is weird because I've never
I
played
would say
GameCube.
GameCube was the worst.
But I really
Or no, Dreamcast.
okay, that was gonna be another like follow-up question. Have you ever how many games have you played on the Dreamcast?
One.
What was it?
Madden.
Really?
The coolest thing. I thought it was the coolest thing. Because you could play the game, and you could take the center thing out and pick your play privately.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I've never played a Dreamcast game before.
I'm a little schoolgirl.
I never yeah, you are.
I'm going milk.
Oh no! I'm gonna try and save it. Like I want this to be all clean by the time I finish. I don't know if it will be
That's fine.
because I think I'm gonna get to the bottom, third to bottom, and I don't know.
All right, let's just move on.
Okay. All right, Monsters Black Label. This is the one with the very special warning on it.
Oh, I'm gonna start pulling up those pictures before we get
Oh.
to talking more.
Okay.
Laptop, please.
Laptop, please.
Ugh.
Oh, that was bad.
Woo!
Same thing. That was like a
So,
little bit of flavor. Oh my god.
got a couple of pictures here. Got some questions for. First one, you and Molly.
Oh man.
Knox.
Man.
Hashtag Knox.
Yeah.
I always remember you guys going to Knox.
Yeah.
What's special about Knox?
That was oh my god. That was one of our first walks to Knox. That was a lot of fun. Literally, like I think she came up with the idea. You know, I was new to the area, kind of like wanted to hang out and do something other than like watch a movie or, you know, just like sit and talk. So it's like, you know, this would be kind of fun. Like we would go walk somewhere.
I'm crying.
Yeah. And you know, just kind of get to know somebody like on a different level. I feel like it's just like you change your environment and you get to know somebody a little bit better. So like I was excited to do that, and I was like one of the first things, and like you know every week we would be making it to do that, but I haven't done it for a while. But hopefully we'll get back to it soon because that was a really good time.
Oh my god! I'm done.
Dabbing.
I'm tapping.
All right, so what's we can keep it going now.
All right, well, hey, for you.
All
I
right,
want to see you finish. We got this one.
if I do two for each one.
No, you should. You and baby Ellie.
Oh yeah. Oh, a beer.
Mm.
Oh
Super
my god. That tastes like
Garbage. I just snot it off.
that is the worst taste.
All right, so my question.
No,
So-
no more.
I need. Oh no! Good. I already did
Oh,
refill
God,
it.
it's warm.
Yeah, it's been sitting out here for a while. So my question is, with
Oh my god.
now we're at the age where our friends are having
no-
babies.
No redemptive qualities.
Does a picture like this make you want children?
Yeah.
Or are you happy with the fact that, well, you know, fake uncle?
Well, I'm happy with fake uncle. I'm good with that. Oh my god. Oh, that's so bad.
I'm really glad I had you bring over ice cream.
Me too. Oh, don't say that because now I want it.
You're like,
Oh my god.
scared.
Yeah, still want kids. But I'm very content with just having kids in my life. They're my friends.
Yeah.
Someday, maybe. I think me and Molly both want kids, but also don't want kids.
You want to move on?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, are you,
Hellfire.
it's not gonna get you better, so.
Fiery Fool. Hottest sauce in the
That's
world.
not a joke.
With
man.
elf extra.
Like, I'm okay up here. Like, I really thought I could handle it. Yeah. Alright.
Oh, dude. Alright, man. I got more questions for you. You're still cleaning the wings, too. Like an idiot.
Wow.
You're gonna bleed from your anus. I
What do
know.
you got?
Well, so you mentioned all the times when you first move up here,
Mm-hmm.
and I remember you moved in with Fred Engel,
Oh my god.
a weirdo. Is it true that he walked in on you making your own candles?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bought candles and I melted them down into wine glasses because I thought like it would be cool. Or like I saw some sitcom or some show where they in the background they had wine glasses with like that were candles and I liked it and I decided to make them myself. I don't know why. No, I was like semi-romantic because like I picture myself as romantic, but
What's funny is that
they were literally for no one.
Well, what's funny is that
nobody saw them. It was so like it's just like I had them. It was sad.
I was gonna say like I felt romantic. You had no woman in your life.
Yeah,
Brad.
this is like for the void that's here like right now.
How is
It's
this
like a lonely guy like just like that has a table with two chairs that like someday my princess will sit here.
Someday my princess. Ready to do the last one?
Yeah, last time. So, I don't know if you know this about the show, but it's custom around here to dab the last swing. You don't have to if you don't want to. But just, oh my god, it's so good. That's a fresh bottle right there. Just a little bottle.
Oh my god. You know what? I'm gonna
Really?
rally for the last wing. I couldn't do
I'm
the
telling you,
pound.
it's a steep climb compared to Monsters. The smell doesn't even do it justice.
I'm not.
Really? You're not gonna dab or you're not even gonna do it, man? No way.
Good enough. There's some out
Yeah,
there.
there you go.
There's some out there.
Alright.
Alright, fine. I really don't even want to do this. I really can't stand this. I hate everything.
So are you gonna be okay though?
I'm fine. I'm just a wimp, which is okay.
Alright. Hey.
Thanks so much.
Cheers to
Thanks
that.
for the anniversary gift.
Hey,
This was a blast.
my pleasure. Here's to next year.
I'm even trying to take a spot.
Mm-mm.
Holy cow.
Yeah. That hit my lips right away. That's all we. I mean, the flavor's actually not that
That's what I'm
bad.
gonna do.
Really? It does make it better.
I don't care. Come at me.
I honestly, the flavor on that makes up for every. Like, wow, that's all heat. Like, the heat on that is so intense. Don't do it. Like, I'm telling you,
I can't push out. I know I'm doing this backwards.
Yeah, like it's. Take a big bite.
Shut up. Oh!
Oh yeah.
Oh! Oh my god.
Yeah.
So you know what they never done on the show?
What?
Do the thing like, go.
Oh yeah.
Well, congratulations. You cleaned the plate
Yeah.
with like a normal person. So it's a tradition around here. 30-second plug. It's yours. This camera. Tell the people what you got going on. As we all know, Josh doesn't have anything going. Holy cow!
Yeah.
Woo! Woo!
Yeah, I don't really have anything going on.
Ah!
I got through the first semester of school. I'm going to my second one.
That's
And
awesome.
That's about it right now. Loving life. That's about it. In 2 years. of
You
marriage.
clean all those wings
Mm-hmm.
like a freaking boss. Well, congratulations to us. I chipped out, but I had one of each. I had one of each.
There you go. You know
This
what
is
it's like.
great.
Like now, it's like we're gonna forget about this, and then we're gonna go back to it in another 6 months or a year.
Oh,